Rethink Show.
Mindset is everything. You need to work on yourself. How? How, Dante?
There are different ways on how you can work on your mindset. It can be reading books, going to networking events, networking with like-minded people. Another important factor is looking at your surroundings, looking at the people that you're hanging out with, and see if they will have an impact in your life in a positive way or in a negative way. If it's in a negative way, then you need to rethink your circle. Because if you have negative friends or friends that don't support you, you're not going to get anywhere in life because you need the support to achieve as well. And if you don't have supportive friends, they're going to be telling you, oh, don't do this, don't do that, there's no point. Just do what everybody else is doing. Just come out on Friday, have a few drinks, just go do your normal job. But then they won't support you on your dreams.
Yeah, that's okay to have fun, going
Yeah.
out to a party, that's okay, But at the same time, you need to plan.
Yes.
Plan about the topics that you're going to talk about, planning about the dates that you're going to talk about. For example, in our case, we decided to launch these videos every Monday at 10 o'clock. It's not like, okay, I don't have time to do this now. It's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. You need to be clear. You need to be clear what day you are available or what day you are going to share your message. In our case, it's Monday.
Yes.
It could be 15 minutes, it could be 25, 30 minutes, no more.
Yes.
No more. But the idea is to have clear about the planning about the topics. Planning in advance what topics you are going to talk about. For example, in our case, we have a special file with different topics that we are going to talk for this month, and then for the next month, and so on.
Yes. Another good way on how you can become more visible and slowly overcome that fear is record yourself and only for yourself, and then play back that video and look at the mistakes that you've made. Look at what things you can do to achieve and what things you can make different. So you don't have to post a video out there. It can just be for yourself. Next can be maybe get a friend, one or two friends and a family member and speak in front of them.
Yeah.
Or maybe try and teach them something new, whether they already know that topic or not. As long as you're trying something to improve yourself, that's all that really matters. Because if you want to become more visible, but you're not doing anything about, changing your issues or being visible because you're afraid, then you're not gonna change. So whatever fear is stopping you, try to overcome it in different ways. So if it's like public speaking, for example, because you're afraid of talking in front of the camera, maybe go to networking events or public speaking events and talk in a small group. Maybe, like I said before, film yourself and see which areas you can improve more on.
Yeah, that's true. We teach that in public speaking. When we are running the events, people say to us, oh, Gabi or Dante, I don't know how to do it. I'm really, really scared because I'm concerned about other people's opinions. And we suggest, well, you need to build the confidence,
Yes.
If I ask you, for example, Dante, tell me how are you doing with your biceps and your triceps? How long is taking to you to build this muscle?
It takes time. It doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
Like everything, nothing happens overnight. It takes time, planning, consistency. Consistent is very, very important. If you're not being consistent at something, then you're not going to achieve. Because if you start something 1 day, 2 days, 3 days later, and then on the fourth day, you're like, yeah, no, I don't want to do this anymore because I'm not getting the results that I need, and you give up, then there's no point. You gotta be consistent with what you're doing. You gotta be focused with what you're trying to achieve. You gotta have your goal in the long run and then see what ways you can do to achieve it.
Yeah, because keeping yourself in the comfort zone is not useful for your business. You are going to pay the price in the long term.
Yes.
You are